Hello everybody and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. I hope everyone's having a fantastic morning, noon, night, wherever you all are in the world. And as per the usual with these streams of Phoenix Wright, I am joined by the roommate Ronan. And we're continuing where we last left off with episode 4, Farewell My Turnabout, with the first day of trial.
So yeah.
We had some shenanigans with the OBS, so...
Yeah, I decided to try using an Ethernet cable. I did not know how to set up my OBS a little bit differently. But, hey.
We figured it out.
We figured it out pretty darn quick, so...
Oh, fuck.
Right off the bat, it's like, I'm in the voice, but oh fuck.
Adrian did it? That's what it looks like. Dude, no way! That woman couldn't do anything like that. In court today, there will be a mountain of evidence that will implicate you. Have fun. A mountain of evidence? I'm certain there's someone out there trying very hard to pin this whole thing on you. He has a name! Please, Mr. Lawyer, dude, like I said yesterday. I'm refreshing like a spring breeze, alright?
Oh boys.
Therefore, I cannot commit any crime. I can't let any sort of scandal ruin that. I understand. What are you doing?
Just check. Is it Mia? Maybe Mia. Well, it's almost time. Okay, yeah, I was right. I was like, I think it's Mia? Phoenix?
The fucking... No, it's... I know, it's just the art, man. It's so weird with the...
Oh.
The
tiny...
What is it? The pretzel hair.
Pearl's hairstyle, but Mia's body and face, and you're like...
Is it Mia? I think that's what I'd be, just... I am off-put.
That's fair. We must get a complete acquittal today.
I am put off. It is off-putting. You are put off. I am off-put. I know. But I can't focus on Maya's situation right now. Or Pearl's either. No matter what, I have to focus on winning this case by the end of the day.
Indeed. Well, let's get going.
Beep beep beep.
It's him! This is right.
Good morning. This is Mr. Attorney, the day of... This is it, Mr. Attorney. The day of the trial.
Why are you talking to me? Maya, is she unharmed? No, she's unharmed, right? Right.
Well,
What?
when I checked on her earlier this morning, she seemed a bit, how shall we say, tired.
Maybe if you fed her.
Don't worry, people don't die that easily. Besides, what you really should be concentrating on is winning today's trial.
As you would say, grr.
For my sake, as well as yours, you must win today's trial. Which is why I sent you a little present this morning.
I love how every time you think it's going away, you're just like...
Right?
Present? What in the world would you want to give me?
You'll figure it out once the trial starts. And even if you don't like my gift, I expect you to graciously accept it and win the day's contest, if you please.
Wait! It's so hard to put any energy in it when I'm like giggling at you. Wait.
Wait.
I can't take it seriously, man.
It's Phoenix, right?
No, I can't take your voice seriously.
Oh,
So I'm
yeah.
just like, what is happening? I'm being intimidating. It's like, shut up.
Trying to like emulate a voice changer thingy, and it's like so weird.
The kidnapper sent me a present. Mr. Lawyer Dude? Who was that? Some weirdo. No one. It has nothing to do with you, so forget you heard anything. That's not suspicious. Dude, did your nose just get longer?
Somehow, a piece of some fur
Yep.
got in my lip balm.
Yep.
Oh, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
Since it's snowing and the weather is making my lips crack. Which sucks. Right!
Yeah.
I remember what happens. Okay.
Court is now in trial for the session of Matt on guard. Court is now in session for the trial of Matt on guard. Woo! Are there any processes? The prosecution and defense ready? I'm in a giggly mood. This is not going to be good.
You didn't even drink.
No?
That was yesterday.
I'm just when I realize I'm starting to go off and it's just not what's there, I
Yeah.
just start giggling, but you're not helping me for some reason and I don't know why. Your energy is just something is just,
No.
it's like, you know, when you're little and something just hits you and all of a sudden you start laughing for no reason.
Yes. I get it.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Oh my.
Well, shit. I say, Mr. Wright, what happened to Miss Von Karma?
Fuck should we know?
I don't know, Your Honor. Why are you getting mad at me?
Your Honor!
Please be quiet, bailiff. Court is in session. If you must tell me something, please keep it brief. Now then, what is it?
Prosecutor Von Karma has... This morning, Miss Von Karma was shot by an unknown gunman.
What? Shot?
Somehow, I think this is the present that man was talking about.
His present.
Miss Von Karma is one of the top prosecutors in the country at the moment. If she were to disappear, it would be to your advantage.
This is totally insane.
Yep, psycho killer.
Miss Von Karma, is she alright? I don't have that answer, I just found out too, you dits!
Edgeworth, if I remember correctly.
She's alive and in stable condition. That's good. Phew. You're... I thought he'd show up.
Yeah, okay, it's Edgeworth.
Dur, dur.
Fucking music, man.
I've achieved my own victory theme in my return. Your Honor. My presence now brings jovial sounds to your courtroom. Due to the circumstances, Miss Francisca Von Karma cannot appear in court today. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep.
I, Miles Edgeworth, will be taking her place. Of course you will. The prosecution is ready naturally. What the fuck, Edgeworth?
Ta-da!
I just called him Edgeworth.
Edgeworth.
Not Edgeworth. Edgeworth.
It's funny that I was like, oh no, I gotta do Francisca
No, you
and
don't.
Adrian, and Andrew's like, nope, no I don't. I forgot about this.
Miss Von Karma was shot in her right shoulder, and is currently undergoing surgery. Well then. Luckily, I have looked this case over and am familiar with the details. The prosecution seeks to prove the guilt of Mr. Matt Ungard. The court acknowledges the prosecution. What the fuck? Right.
Flabbergasted.
I finally found the answer I was struggling for on my long journey this past year. Past year. Again, it depends on where they're from. Fuck! By the time this case comes to an end, you too will know the answer. Now then, the prosecution would like to call its first witness. Please bring Detective Gumshoe to the witness stand. Poor Gumshoe. Witness, your name and occupation. Again. My name's Detective. My name's Detective.
Your name is Detective.
My name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. How many times are we gonna have to be on this stand? I'm a detective down at the precinct for now.
All the time.
For now? After this trial's over, I'm supposed to turn in my badge, sir.
Oh!
Oh, Gumshoe.
Buddy!
Detective Gumshoe. The prosecution has no need for a depressed witness. Edgeworth, shut up. Lift your head up and face forward like a proud officer, Detective Dick Gumshoe. Yes, sir! That's where his voice went. Why am I so fucking giggly?
Don't know.
Now let's have your testimony.
You didn't sleep, so maybe you're overtired?
That's very true. I didn't sleep last night. I've been awake since we last streamed, essentially. I had like a nap for 2 hours today, something like that.
Yeah, you had a nap during my work period, so...
I'm very all over the place. Which is not good for accents, but that's fine.
Hey, it's gonna
If we
make
want
the
to
stream
explore the various facets of this case, we must start with that.
Oh yeah, having it wired is keeping it at good numbers, so I'll be doing this from now on. Get ready, Phoenix. It's gonna be one very rough fight.
Yeah. It would have to be with my Edgeworth as the opponent.
My Edgeworth, alright.
My Edgeworth. With Edgeworth as my opponent. The answer he was struggling for, interesting. Oh my god, brain. I'm already just... Show me this answer you finally found, Edgeworth. I'm hearing Gant. Why am I hearing Gant? Stop! Oh no!
Well, to be fair, the first Gumshoe voice you did was similar to Gant, and then you changed it for that reason.
Oh no. We're going back to Angel, cause fuck it. This murder happened after the Hero of Heroes Award ceremony, sir. Oh yeah, all that tomato juice.
Tomato juice.
Tomato? What was that pronunciation?
Fuck if I know, dude.
The victim... Yeah, that's still Gumshoe. The victim, Juan Corrido, was found dead in his hotel room.
You know the weather is bad when I'm wearing my gloves right now. My fingies are... Swelling a bit. Inflammation.
After looking into the cause of death, we believe he was definitely murdered, sir.
There's a knife right there. I'm trying to like point it properly. Oh dear.
At first we thought there was something suspicious about the empty guitar case. However, we later found out that the guitar case had nothing to do with the murder. After the award ceremony ended, the victim was alone in his room? Yes, sir. Both the victim and defendant went alone to their rooms. Sir, I'm ending sentences way too soon. I see. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Ah, I forgot to take my medication after I did wake up after my nap.
Do you want to get that?
By the time we're done here, it will be kicking in, and then I will be too awake. I'll stay awake all night again.
Gotcha. So it's best to wait until tomorrow.
One of the medications I take is a type of tranquilizer. My brain is very awake right now.
Jesus.
Oh no.
Wait, so one of the meds is a tranquilizer?
Is a type of tranquilizer, yes.
So wouldn't that make you sleepy?
If I took it. I did not. So
You
my
didn't-
body is
okay.
normally slightly tranquilized because my brain is overactive from anxiety. So I don't have the tranquilizer in me.
So you're like, hey!
I am very wired.
So you're gonna take it before going to bed.
That one I think is okay to take before bed. Sometimes they make you so relaxed you're suddenly you feel better, so you kind of push through the night. It's weird. Some people fall asleep immediately, other people are like, wow, this is actually really nice feeling not anxious, so I'm just gonna enjoy it, and they just stay awake.
Jeez.
Would you please give us a brief timeline of what happened after the ceremony? Okay, pal. The ceremony started at 6 p.m. It ended around 8 p.m. And then there was a short break. A special post-ceremony show was supposed to, so you know about it, was supposed to start in the lobby 30 minutes later.
I think everyone knew about it except for Matt and the manager. It's like she knew about it, but she didn't had any clue what it was about.
And that's when the victim's body was found, correct? Which is to say, the murder occurred during that 30-minute break period. Wah, brain.
Wah.
Wah. That was like the drowsiest Luigi in the world.
Wow.
Wah. God damn it. Please continue with your testimony, detective. I don't know what's happening. I tried working into the judge, but I didn't have the energy, so I just started laughing. Please continue into the testimony, detective. God
Sweet
damn.
Jesus, alright.
Good thing I'm not anxious today, and it's just making me happy.
You're just giggly.
The person who discovered the victim's body, was Adrian Andrews, correct? Yeah. Who? Every time I want to do the judge, I don't put enough energy into it, so I just end up going. And who is this Adrian Andrews you're talking about? She's the defendant, Matt Unguard's manager. She's the defendant, Matt Unguard's manager. She's a really pretty lady, sir. What does this have to do with anything, Gumshoe?
Making a comment.
Huh?
Making a comment, I guess.
Yeah. Ah, so she's a pretty lady. I wonder if she will grace us with her presence. Okay. When the post-ceremony show... I keep wanting to do Edgeworth, and I'm like, no!
Yeah.
No! When the post-ceremony show was about to start, she went to get Mr. Ungard. After visiting his room, she next went to the victim's room to get him for the show, sir. Oh, brain. I see. And that's when she found the victim's body? That wasn't a question, but whatever. The cause of death. Wasn't that because Mr. Corrido was stabbed in the chest? Only a careless amateur would believe something so brainless as that. Excuse you?
Bruh.
No, I can't. Take a good hard look at the crime photo. I was gonna try and get Gumshoe with this voice to do the look at this photograph thing.
God damn it.
But I was like, I don't even know if I can sing right now.
Oh,
If
God.
my attempts can be called singing at all. Let alone with this. I am too warm.
Oh dear.
I said it, we're good. Now, a real pro's attention would be drawn here, to this bandana.
Eh?
Judd.
Sir.
Banana? His bandana, sir. This thing wrapped tightly around his neck, sir. Yes, I see. His banana-scented bandana.
Sir, are you going senile? What the fuck's happening here?
No, he probably just didn't take his meds either. Then, what about the knife?
Oh, God.
I almost said about what knife. Fuck my... It seems to have been stuck in the victim's chest on purpose after his death. We have a crafty murderer on our hands. That is not... I'm gonna make myself sound like a murderer the more I try and be like, that's obvious!
Okay, so he was strangled with the scarf and then the knife. So the scarf strangling is what killed him. Alright.
I almost said cool, but it's not, no.
Not at all.
And why did you think that? Because it was empty, pal. The German ninja doesn't go anywhere without his bright red guitar. Hello.
Goodest Corgus.
Goodest Corgus. Love it.
I'm trying to remember which one of my friends, my Steam friends, put that as their username, because that's Steam.
Goodness fuckus.
Goodest Corgus.
No, you goodness fuckus.
Yeah.
And we couldn't find it anywhere at the crime of the scene. The scene of the crime!
Scene of the crime.
My brain.
Goodbye, brain.
See, this is why I'm really starting to question if it's ADHD, because my thoughts just bounce around. If I don't have a tranquilizer in my system. So I can either tranquilize my emotions or I can go to another therapist and be like, hey,
By the way.
I don't think my brain processes information the way it's supposed to. Can we fix that?
Yeah. Oh dear.
Oh, then how about this theory? A fan really wanted the guitar and did the crime to get it. How's that? How'd you like them apples?
Sir.
We thought of that too, but... Beyond!
Beyond.
The only fingerprints on the guitar case were the victims. Only the victims, huh? I see. Going between voices without my meds is weird. So much for my theory, then.
What's unfortunate is you don't have, like, that buffer of me doing Francisca, so now you're doing 3 voices
Yes,
instead of only 2.
it's very confusing.
Now you're doing 4 right now.
It's very overwhelming.
Dark case has nothing to do with the murder.
What convinced you it had nothing to do with the case? The guitar wasn't at the Gatewater Hotel that night. Gateway Hotel.
Gateway Hotel.
What? Was it? Popo. Popo. Oh, you're on the floor. Hi, Pop. What you doing? Wanna come save Dad? He's losing his mind. Hi.
Come here, bud.
What you doing?
Like,
Hi.
I don't get it.
I don't get what's happening. Hi.
Hi.
Hello. You're a good boy.
Puppy distraction. Hi.
I don't know why Dad's so wired.
Dad is very wired.
Dad doesn't know what's happening anymore. Thank you. Thank you. No. Thank you. Make sure Dad's okay.
He's gonna go in his usual corner in my room when he's on my bed, just like
Smoosh.
smoosh.
The bright red guitar was eventually found at the TV studio? Okay.
He didn't even give him his voice.
No, because I was processing the information I was reading.
Fair enough.
The victim, Juan Corrida, had apparently only taken the case with him, sir. So you mean he forgot to put the guitar inside the case? Yes, sir. Even when he was on stage for the ceremony, he didn't have his guitar. So that guitar case was empty even before he got to the hotel. Trying to put mysteries together while trying to do different voices and sight read is very strange. Yeah, that's right. So it really had nothing to do with the case after all. Fuck! I believe that's enough. Thank you, Edgeworth. First, the victim was choked to death with his banana. bandana.
I think the next witnesses are going to be female, so you'll have a break.
Yay!
So I don't think there's any male witnesses for this trial.
Oh, fair enough. Then after the victim was dead, the killer deliberately stabbed him with a knife. It sounds like all of our brains are just dripping out of our ears. Which brings me to my next point. Why then did the police arrest Matt on guard? Because there was reason enough to suspect him. Here it comes. Looks like Edgeworth's back in full swing. Very well. Detective Dick Gumshoe, please testify about this matter. I almost said this hammer. Where the fuck did I see an H?
I don't know. I also don't know where you see Dick Gumshoe. It's only Detective Gumshoe.
Fucking... You bitch. On the stand.
You bitch on the stand.
Yes, sir.
Whew. Why arrest on guard?
Men on guard and Juan Corrida were huge rivals with each other. They each thought the other guy was in his way. That's motive enough in my book. As for evidence, there's the Gem and Ninja's button. It's more like a plate, but okay. It was ripped off the ninja costume and was found in Mr. Ungard's hakama. The defendants... Whoa, brain. I thought that said... No.
I have an idea what you might have thought. I don't want to say it, though.
Okay. The defendant's fingerprints were also all over the knife. The defendant brought the knife for the crime, which makes this a premeditated murder. Jesus. So the defendant's fingerprints were found on the knife used in the stabbing. It was sort of sticky on the handle, so the fingerprints came out pretty clearly, sir.
Probably because it was used for steak.
Nom 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 nom.
Also, it would only be premeditated if they brought the knife with them.
That's what they said. He brought it with him, so it was premeditated.
Like, they brought it with him to begin with. This is a knife from the Gatewater Hotel.
He's saying he brought it from their room to the room. That's what he's saying. He brought it to the crime scene.
Bear the victim's blood on guard's fingerprints in the grip in Gatewater.
And there's this button. That was found in the defendant's clothes, was it? And this button is also covered in blood? Whoa, I don't know where his voice was about to go, but it was way too high. Yes, and we know that the blood on it is the victim's blood, sir. What?
Gem and Ninja button added to the court record.
All of this points very clearly to the defendant, doesn't it? To the defendant. That's what I was going to say. To the defendant, doesn't it?
Oh, buddy.
I am not okay.
No.
That explains so much of my brain today. I need to get up and get food. I don't need food. No, I need food. My stomach's hurting. I'm hungry. You don't need food. Just... Brain.
Hello.
Yes, it most certainly does, Your Honor. Ready to give in yet, Wright? We've just started. I may not be able to speak, bitch, but I can fight. I challenge you to fisticuffs.
Oh, dear.
I'll find the hole in your argument somehow. You can press as hard as you like. Just hurry up with your usual pointless questions.
Thanks, Edgeworth.
Grr.
Grr.
That's what you kept doing for Lotta.
I know.
Grr.
Grr. Grr. Alright.
Number 1.
But in terms of popularity, Mr. On Guard won, did he not? Yeah. But you know what's ironic, pal? What? Juan Corrida was always one step behind Mr. On Guard in everything. Of course, I'm doing all the voices, so it's working out burps.
All the burps.
This is not a good day to be all the characters. This year, it seemed like he finally caught up, ready for the big final showdown. But Mr. Kurita lost the Grand Prix in the end. That's too bad. Fucking broken sword.
Oh god.
Oh, what was that character's name? Flobage?
Oh, I don't remember.
It was the dude that we thought was like French-Italian because he had the mustache and he was in the... You're mad because I'm a working man? That motherfucker.
Oh, yeah. I don't fucking remember his name.
I've seen your type before. Looking down on me because I'm working class? Oh, man.
Jesus.
The judge, okay. That is too bad. He must have been pretty downhearted after losing. Edgeworth, you have something to say?
Right.
If only I'd been more tolerant. Wait just 1 second here.
Jesus.
Oh my god, man. I hate my brain right now. My brain is too much for me. Mr. Ungar was beating Mr. Kurita in the popularity polls. Oh man. Well, yeah, I guess, but... Which means that in the defendant's eyes, the victim was not a rival at all. Which means he had no motive to kill at all.
Oh no.
Yes, I quite agree.
I guess switch to that for a bit.
I don't know.
I don't know.
We'll see if it sticks.
Oh no.
Well, detective.
What the fuck happened to your voice? It's not, well, anyone else hearing this, asshole? I guess if you put it that way, then yeah, the defendant would have no motive.
Objection.
Don't give them anything. Come on, Gumshoe, you've always been a loyal dog. Don't do it. Detective, I'm beginning to see why you were fired. No, Edgeworth, be nice to the Gumshoe. Not you too, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. That's... I look forward to your pension negotiations. Why did you... You came back seeming like you'd learned something. You were more enlightened. You're a fucking cock.
He was doing that before, though.
I know. Why didn't you change in any way that we can tell? No!
No, detective. Let's continue with the testimony.
Oh, boys! Alright!
Oh, no. No, my poor pension too.
Oh, you're like me when I had a little bit too much.
I'm like you with the moonshine, bro.
Yeah.
Melon bread. Detective, if you value your money, I suggest you proceed. You've already taken all my money. Yes, sir. We can talk about my pension later, sir. What about what I was saying? What about what I was saying? Hello? Anyone? Yeah, that's my brain right now, Phoenix. It's all good. One thought tends to overpower another. Do you have any proof that button belonged to the victim? Huh? What do you mean, pal? Proof that the button belonged to victim. Clear. I'm asking you if you had any evidence to back up your claim that this button was ripped off the Gemin Samurai's... I keep smashing them together!
Because Samurai's been a major theme when it comes to the show.
The Gemin Ninja's costume. But like, Steel Samurai, Steel Samurai is so different than Gemin Ninja. I don't know why my brain combines them.
But then you also heard Nickel Samurai, which is the new one, so it's
I
like...
guess. I don't know. Huh? But can't you tell just by looking at it? And the victim's blood is on it. Anyone could have smeared that blood on there afterwards. Mr. Edgeworth, help me, sir!
Bruh.
Alright. I knew it had to be...
Dad!
Right?
Help me!
I knew it had to be this piece of evidence. Oh, now to reel this one in. Fuck. Thread. Huh? The button was attached to the costume by thread, obviously. And that thread snapped when the button was torn off. If you match up the ends of the thread on the costume with the thread on the button, it's a perfect match. Yeah, that's it. They're a perfect match, pal. Just like me and Edgeworth. You can't take him away from me.
That's Mr.
Mr.?
Oh boy.
That's Mr. Edgeworth.
That'd be more a different character at that point.
That's Mr. Edgeworth.
That's Edgeworth. That's Mr. Edgeworth for you. That I don't know why I said Mr. There's no Mr. in the fucking thing. That's Edgeworth for you. Never missed a beat.
Oh my god.
Sweet Jesus.
Oh my goodness. When was this button found? Pretty soon after the body was found. We round up What?
That's Gumshoe.
What did I do?
You didn't do Gumshoe's voice.
Pretty soon after the body was found, we rounded up everyone who knew Mr. Kurita.
I was so confused for a second.
I don't know what's happening. I don't know what my voice is anymore, okay?
Oh god.
And then we did the search on them all. Okay. Whatever I was gonna say.
So it was almost immediately after the murder.
The police did the free time to lollygag and play tricks at like some people.
Oh, sweet bejeebers. Alright.
I don't know what's happening. My brain was in sleep mode all day.
And then your brain's like, hi, we're now
doing
hyper.
it went
right.
Oh cool, we're doing something. All just full steam ahead. Oh, we don't need full steam ahead for this. Full steam ahead. I didn't have an option.
I couldn't slow it down. It went full force, and I can't pull back.
I can't stop it. It's trying to. Basically,
You're trying to pull like the brakes, and it's not working.
Well, no, it's like you're trying to do a game on fast mode, and you just have to control it. There's no slowing it down.
Oh boys.
Hey, what's he trying to say about me here? What do you think?
Okay.
How were the fingerprints arranged on the knife? Huh? What do you mean, pal? By examining the fingerprints, you can determine how the defendant held the knife.
Was it a this? Was it a this?
Jibby jabby tippy tappy? What was it? For example, did he hold it normally or overhand? Oh, is that what you meant? Well, we actually didn't think of that.
Bruh.
I can't believe the bumbling of this department. Okay.
Did you have a brain fart?
No,
Character?
I have. If this is how my brain is right now, I have to stop before I read.
Fair enough.
Because otherwise it's gonna be hopeless for you. Put a little bit of attention, right? That's what's gonna come out if I don't slow it.
Fair enough.
Hopeless. Were you paying attention to the testimony, right? I mean, obviously not, considering I cannot concentrate on anything at the moment. The defendant's fingerprints were all over the knife. Were all over knife. Not even a knife or the knife, just all over knife.
All over knife.
There's no way to determine how the knife was held at the moment of the... was held at the moment of the murder. Murder. I want to slam my head against the...
Desk.
I was going to say deck, yes. The other thing.
The thing that's right in front of us, yeah.
So the defendant... Is the defendant the owner of this knife then? Are you okay? Am I giving you my second hand, stupid?
Defendant bought... Okay. Defendant bought the knife for the crime, which is not true because it's from the hotel.
Me.
So that's contradictory. So, present the knife.
The knife.
The knife.
This is a knife.
That's not a knife. This is a knife.
The way you said not. Not a knife.
It's not a knife.
Wait a second. What? So the basis of your... You're an argument, in my mind, made yogurt. So the basis of yogurt that this was premeditated murder is simply that?
Oh boy!
This is the shit I normally can correct mentally but as I'm speaking. This is the shit my brain puts together.
Oh.
My client bought a knife beforehand. That's right, pal. The defendant did not buy this knife. Huh? Take a good look at the handle of this knife, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Huh? It has a gate water seal set into the handle. Oh my god. Words. I'm struggling just to think. This is bad.
Yep.
Ugh. Gate water. I think gumshoe.
Bruh.
Again, I can't talk. But what? I think I heard that name somewhere before. That's the name of the hotel. The Gatewater Hotel. Uh-oh. Edgeworth just looming over him.
It's just like...
Weirdly, this is actually what happens, like, this mindset is when I am the most artistic. This is when you find me at 5 a.m. like a gremlin huddled over my tablet.
Me this morning when I went to give you coffee and food because you wanted me to give you coffee and food, I went, "You're never went to bed."
No, my brain didn't shut off. It didn't do the thing.
Which makes sense now that we realize you did not take your pills.
Well, I'll have all-nighters. That's just part of anxiety and insomnia.
Yeah.
I didn't take them this morning.
Oh, it was just this morning.
Yeah, so now
okay.
my brain's just wee. It's on overtired without meds.
Oh dear.
The murder knife was actually property of the hotel, which means this murder was not premeditated. I mean, it's an inclination that it wasn't, but if someone's planning on murdering, they could be like, yeah, there's gonna be a fucking knife at the hotel.
Well, can't really know that for a fact.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, it's not proof that it wasn't premeditated, but it is definitely more evidence against it.
Yep.
Yes, that is very true. This is a very big... I was like, what's the equivalent of the Mina heh?
Oh dear.
What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm sorry, but the defense is simply too careless.
What you mean there, buddy?
Meh?
Fair enough.
Why have you come with a new theme song that sounds triumphant every time you open your mouth? I think whether the crime was premeditated or not has already been determined. When? Yes, how so, Edgeworth? I admit this knife... This knife is hotel property. This knife.
Knife.
There is no one currently on the police force that is dumb enough to not realize this. But I didn't... Oh.
Oh, Gumshoe.
Gumshoe.
I want to give him a hug.
We just give him a hug and swear at Edgeworth for a bit.
Him, Edgeworth, and Francisca.
Yes. Screw that bitch. Well, I mean, she's already been punished.
It's funny because I actually like Francisca as a character later on, honestly. She mellows the fuck out after.
Does she?
Oh, fuck. Sorry. That's my bad.
The question is...
I think she does.
I was genuinely thinking she just went back to her country of origin and was just like, fuck it, I'm out of here. Like, similar to her father.
Oh no, her father got arrested.
Her father got arrested.
Her father got arrested.
You didn't say father, you said far.
Oh. But yeah, no, her father's arrested. He's
I know.
He's on death's row.
I figured they just kind of went off and they fucked off with the way they were.
Oh.
Because I don't think he changed.
Manfred? No. No.
Where did this knife come from? Why, that's obvious. It came from the victim, Mr. Kurita's room. Sorry, Your Honor, but that is incorrect. The victim ate a last meal before he was murdered. With that being the case, I would like to draw the court's attention to what is on top of the table. A knife!
A knife! No!
Me.
Yep.
There's... Oh, it's the fucking judge.
Judge.
There's a knife and fork on the table. Then...
Excuse me.
Where in the world did this knife come from? If it pleases the court, I would like for us to recall the room of the defendant, Mr. Matt on guard. Oh no, I've got an itch. Fuck. Especially, what was on top of his table? Or rather, lack thereof. There is something missing. Perhaps it is a single knife? Oh, Brain, you can do this, Brain, you can do this! We investigated the leftover dishes for fingerprints, and while we were investigating, we came to the conclusion that Mr. Matt Ungard's knife was missing. You too, bud?
Oh, he's like...
He's fully flipped.
He's fully flipped on his stomach, on his back, on his stomach.
It doesn't matter anymore. Nothing matters anymore. Thoughts don't matter. The air pressure has gone nuts from this storm. I has brain somewhere. I has brain somewhere.
He has brain somewhere?
Somewhere.
Somewhere. Somewhere in between those ears.
Not anymore.
No, not anymore.
I'll have to buy brain power on eBay. Mr. Ungar had gone to the victim's room with the knife he had used during dinner. There was absolutely no accent when I had spoken, and I only ended that with dinner. It was just regular talking and then dinner.
Good job.
Why would he carry a knife on a visit? To kill, of course. And with that, I believe the prosecution has proven this was a premeditated murder.
Stretch!
Oh.
Try biting my hand.
Eat the controller, cause nom.
Cause nom.
Eat the controller, cause nom, man.
Oh, dear God.
Amazing, Mr. Edgeworth. Absolutely brilliant. A brilliantly cleared dinner.
Sorry.
It's okay. I probably would have fucked it up anyway.
It seems like Edgeworth has this plan from the very beginning. Hello, wind.
I thought that was a fucking plane.
No, that's the wind blowing through the willow tree, which is what's making that noise.
This must be one of those traps. And I just walked headlong into it. That gavel sounds so tiny. A murder weapon with fingerprints, and a button from the victim's costume. There's quite a sizable amount of evidence here. I can safely say that any further deliberation is a waste of your time, of Your Honor's time. Although, I wouldn't mind it if the defense were to present evidence not yet shown to the court. You know, it's strange. I've realized when I really am trying to do an accent, when I'm this distracted, I do very bizarre faces. Evidence not yet shown?
Wow. I had a spit stuck in my throat. In a
A
weird,
spit.
a globulous spit.
Ew.
He means evidence that the court hasn't yet seen yet. In other words, new evidence. Yeah.
What's his...
How?
We're a mess! What is happening?
Da-da-da-da.
Tabdadala?
I had hair. I had fur in my mouth. And I clicked on myself. What the fuck happened?
What?
I just felt wet on my arm.
You gleeked.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said.
Oh, I thought...
I said I gleeked on my arm somehow.
Oh, I thought you said you didn't know what happened. I was like,
no,
you
no,
probably
no.
just spit on yourself.
Yes.
Oh my god, we're a fucking mess. What does the defense have to say about this, Mr. Wright? Probably something really dumb because my brain isn't working. Well...
Phoenix, the judge is favoring the prosecution right now. If we answer with something wrong here...
That gavel of his will be ringing out the sound of our defeat. Mr. Wright, do you have something important and necessary to present to this court?
I do!
We do?
We do. There's a reason why I have the walkthrough on.
Oh. There's one.
Especially this one, because this one actually has a big old fucking warning about it.
Me.
It's like you gotta present the right thing, if not it's game over right off the hop. It's like,
Oh, shit.
great!
One piece of evidence that catches my attention. Something that this court has yet to see. Mr. Wright, I will say this one more time. I do not feel this trial needs to continue at all. However, I am giving you one chance, and only one. What the judge is saying, Wright, is don't try pulling one of your usual bluffs here.
Do we bluff or do we just call people on their sheet?
A mixture of the two.
Fair enough.
If I mess this up, it's curtains for all of us. You may now proceed. You may now present one and only one piece of evidence. Now then. Oh shit! What is this important evidence that you must show the court? Why, the wine glass, but it's tomato glass because juice. This is a wine glass, is it not? Please look at the photo of the crime scene one more time. Shut up, stomach. The scene is a mess because of the victim's struggle. Struggle against his assailant. The vase was broken to make... Oh my god, brain! The vase was broken. His makeup all over the floor. Oh! Oh, brain! These were all things that were at one point sitting on top of the dresser. Why is Phoenix getting so much bass today?
I don't know.
Well, yes, I see your point. No, you don't! However, this glass that is sitting on top of the dresser is mysteriously untouched. The only thing that had not fallen over along with everything else was this wine glass. Bitch, how'd that happen? This piece of evidence is more than strange enough to warrant further consideration. Well, what do you all have to say? Well, yes. It is a little peculiar. Yes, isn't it? I thought it was. You could stop looking at me with those puppy dog eyes of yours now. Mr. Edgeworth. What is it, Your Honor? Your opinion. Even though it's my court, your opinion. You don't need my... There we go! Finally! You've learned that you are not the judge. You don't need my opinion. You! Because there is no special meaning to that glass. What? Oh, y'all know not now. Fuck. It's safe to say that the glass was set there after the crime took place. By the person who discovered the body. Body?
Body?
The body? Adrian Andrews, for example.
Why, though?
She could have easily been so shocked that she set the glass down without thinking. The glass. The glass. The glass. The glass.
The glass.
It always takes me a while for certain ones when I'm like this. Oh my god. Could Miss Andrews really have set that glass down without thinking?
No.
She's very particular.
Well, considering what we actually know about her,
Yes.
she's not as strong as she makes herself appear to be.
She's not as independent.
Yeah.
If I appear weak here, the trial is over. I can look for proof later. For now, I should trust my instinct and point with certainty.
They just might fall for it if you're thought-provoking enough.
The defense would like to challenge the prosecution's theory. We would like to see something that proves it was Miss Andrews who set the cup on the table. You've turned the situation on its head yet again, as usual. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have any proof to back up your claim? There's no way he has any. He's just bluffing like I am. Unlike Mr. Wright, I never say anything unless I have evidence to support it. What?
What?
What? You're not thinking hard enough today, Mr. Wright. Did you think this wine glass escaped my notice? Then, of course it had been thoroughly inspected for fingerprints. Fingerprints. There were only 2 sets of fingerprints left on this wine glass.
There's only one set.
One set! Fuck my brain! Jesus Christ. Only one? Well, whose were they? They were not the victims nor the defendants. Rather, they were of one Adrian Andrews. That's just the sound of my brain dying.
Yeah.
It's just the sound of my brain, like...
Shutting down. Goodbye.
It's like one of those inflatable arm tube... Those inflatable arm tube mans just...
Yep.
That's why I said the person who had discovered the body had left it there. Are we done here, Mr. Wright? Grr.
Grr.
I can't believe I fell into another trap. Miss Andrews was probably holding the glass when she went to see Mr. Corrida. Ugh, it's so weird saying the appropriate pronunciation of Corrida with Edgeworth. But upon seeing his dead body, she was stunned and set the glass down on the dresser. If someone finds a dead body and it's just, Ah.
Ah, puts glass
Magic.
down. My brain's, I don't know. If I would see a dead body, I'm
Throw that shit. Just, what the fuck?
I would have dropped it on the ground. Like, it would have been a shock, so.
Whoa. That fits the drawing, man.
Whoa.
What you just said makes a lot of sense. I just gleeked. Why? This happened last time too because of the fucking cider. We're just spitting and not being able to talk. Now do you see, Mr. Wright? You can't change any part of my scenario as it explains everything all too well. Grrr.
Grr.
I've thought long and hard about this past year about what it means to be a prosecutor. And from here on out, I will show you the answer I have come to discover. Wait a second, Mr. Edgeworth. I think the prosecution has provided enough evidence for me to enter my verdict. I don't care, I'm on a new life high. Unfortunately, I cannot allow you to pass judgment yet.
Francisco would be like, yes, let's just get this over with. Edgeworth's like, nah, not yet.
I'm enjoying this. The prosecution has yet another witness we would like the court to hear from. Another witness? Yes. Bailiff. I thought he was calling the bailiff. I was like, what?
What?
What, mate? Please bring in the next witness.
What in the world is Mr. Edgeworth thinking?
Boing. Why are you still wearing that? Now then, witness. Please state your name and occupation.
I don't think he realizes who it is.
I don't know.
Because last time they met each other, she was being overly flirtatious with him. And flirtatious with him, and he doesn't like her because of that. We'll see in a couple seconds how he reacts.
It would be strange if he didn't know his own...
Well, he just got it.
She hiccuped.
He got it from Francisca.
Oh, right.
Right? So he doesn't actually know who the witnesses are. He's just calling out, oh, bring out the next witness. I can already tell.
The fog in there just immediately goes everywhere. Whoa.
Gotcha!
This bitch.
Oh god, not her again.
I wonder what happened to that calm composure he had earlier.
Right?
Oh, Edgy boy! It's been, what, a year since we last met, hasn't it? You should be more happy to see me.
I saw the report with her testimony, but who knew that under that helmet?
He probably forgot her name.
It was the Wicked Witch of the Witness Stand. Yes.
Oh, it's great.
I tell you, this time I know what I'm supposed to do.
Sure about that, ma'am.
You're only supposed to tell the truth. That's it.
Right?
So today I'm going to tell you anything and everything. Even things that don't have to do with the terrible crime.
Oh, God.
I don't want to hear whatever else you're thinking about. Miss Witness, that terrible crime is all this court needs to know.
Rat-a-tat-a-tat-a-tat-a-tat-a-tat.
Wait, she's actually able to shoot things from that? What the fuck?
No.
Shush! I'm talking to my dear Edgy Wedgie right now.
Don't interrupt us, Gramps!
Yes, madam.
No!
No, 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 please, by all means, interrupt her, please. Ahem. Anyway, witness, your testimony, please.
It's true what they say, that youths are hot-headed nowadays. Not that I mind at all, Edgy. Now then, what should I start with?
God damn it.
The witness was on security detail at the hotel the night of the murder. I feel like he's just barely keeping it together.
Yep.
Is that correct, Miss Oldbag?
It was a great job being able to see my dearie Juan. It was almost too much for my little heart to handle.
You mean you were a fan of the victim?
Look, everyone is crazy over Ungard saying he's cute in a fresh way or something. But not me, I wouldn't say anything so silly. After all, I have no interest in a child like him.
They're the exact same age.
I'm only interested in a real man, Juan Corrida.
But those two were the same age.
They're just very different style-wise.
Facial structure.
Anyway, as I was saying, I was pacing in front of his room that night.
Well, very well. Please tell the court what you witnessed the night of the murder. Why are you... Please don't find my room.
Leave it to me, Edgy Poo.
Get off the stand. Leave me be.
Like you said, the Wicked Witch of the Stands. What you witness.
Anyway, after the ceremony, I went and paced around in the hallway in front of his room. There was something I was interested in finding out, you know. Well, since I was on the job, I made sure to keep a good eye out the whole time. That's when someone showed up. It was a man coming out of poor Juan's room. It was on guard. Matt on guard. He's trying to sneak his way out of Juan's room.
Sure.
So Mr. On Guard came out from the victim's room.
Just to kind of, not really speed up, but just like streamline what's going on. I'm just going to follow the walkthrough.
Fair enough.
Because I remember this particular case can be a wee bit long if I don't.
Oh, is this going to be another Lana and Gant thing?
Like...
That one took 4 fucking
Yeah.
ever.
So I'm just going to follow the walkthrough to make sure it's like a streamline towards the end.
Fair
so
enough.
that way we can actually get to the third game. Hopefully by Friday we can get to the third game. If we like stream for the next 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, it has to be him. He's the murderer.
Oh my god, I will have to tell you which like old characters that we might have not seen in this game to re-look up the voices for. Because yet they will show up in the third at some point.
Well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Stomach, shut up.
What you witness. Alright.
Stomach, shut up. Brain, shut up. Body, shut up.
Second statement, press.
Something you were interested in? And just what was that?
It's not some little thing I can just go around telling everyone, you know.
Perv.
It's top secret between me and Juan. And Edgy Poo, of course.
Mr. Edgeworth, what is this thing she was interested in? I have no idea. I despise gossip, Your Honor. Gossip? But should it prove relevant, we can always have... brain
Appended.
appended to her testimony later. Fucking hell.
It looks like we shouldn't force it right now.
When you see 3 words at once. Your brain's like, pick one, fuck.
Pick a word. It might be the wrong one, though.
It's all of them. And hello?
Hello, Wind.
And did the witness stay in the vicinity of the victim's room, the victim's door, the entire time?
Alright. So that was 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, it's telling you with each...
Yeah, it's doing it in a way that is not, spoilery.
E.
So it's just telling me what to press.
On which click.
Yeah, what to do.
You saw my client? Are you sure about that?
Yesy.
Really?
Annoying brat. When I say I saw someone, I saw that person.
Why do I get a sense of deja vu?
Right?
Maybe to avoid a repeat of last year, I should delve into this a bit further.
Person's clothes, because
Please tell the court about the man's clothes in more detail.
What a troublesome man you are. Really, as if something like that matters.
But it does.
Now what was it? Oh yes, it was that thing.
What thing?
That gaudy thing he's always wearing, that racing jacket.
How dare you? He was wearing that at the detention center too.
That thing meant for nothing but seducing women out of their pantaloons. Men.
pantaloons. That's not a word you hear often.
How is his jacket a problem? It's a fucking jacket and it looks cool.
It's meant to seduce women out of their pantaloons. Jesus.
Right. So, Mr. Wright, was this testimony just now important or relevant in any way?
Yes.
I mean, she clearly...
It's very important.
Of course it was important, Your Honor. Stomach, shut up. My god. My stomach's such a tsundere. I don't want your attention. Then perhaps you would like to point out what part of that testimony was important. Don't you see it, Edgeworth? Obviously not, otherwise I wouldn't be asking. Your Honor, I request that that the witness... Save my brain. I request what the witness said about the jacket be appended to her testimony. Feck! It's one of those things where, again, I knew what I was saying wasn't what I was seeing, but it wasn't happening.
Yeah.
I don't quite see where you're going with this, but alright. Alright, I'm just sound sick now. Witness, please.
Oh well. I don't like to badmouth anyone without
Bullshit.
reason, but if I must...
You love it.
Alright, wearing his flashy racing jacket, I'll say it's all just for show. Okay.
No shit, clothing is just for show. It's so you look cool when you walk around.
The button...
Miss Oldbag.
What? Don't say my name with no reason.
I'm saying it because I'm talking to you, you...
Dumb cunt.
Do you know what this is?
Ah! It's button number 2 on the Jamming Ninja costume.
What?
Now I know she's an obsessed fan. She identified it at a single glance.
Give it here! Give it here! If you don't give it to me, I'll punish you with it. With this! Rat-a-tat-a-tat-a-tat-a-tat.
Wow. She really is a diehard fan. To want a button covered in blood.
Oh, boys.
This button was discovered on Mr. Ungard's body during a full-body search.
See? See? This button proves beyond the shadow of a doubt that it was that rascal Ungard.
It was caught up in the pleats of his Nickel Samurai Hakama pants.
See? See? And Ungard is the Nickel Samurai.
Except you said he wasn't wearing his costume, so okay. Cool.
Witness. Now, it may just be me, and I do have an active imagination. But just now, didn't you say that the defendant, Matt Ungard, was wearing his usual racing jacket? Fuck.
I'm so sorry. Sorry that you judge people based on what they wear.
You judge people.
I'm not gonna do it.
Switch CDs? What?
I guess it's a tape recorder and she wished she switched to CDs because the thing on her chest is heavy.
And something about Edgy Poo. Okay.
Yep, something She went hog wild, that's all we need to know.
The way she speaks is how my brain is right now.
Lotta would be the other one, but she's not
Yeah.
as bad as old bags here. Jesus Christ.
Now hold your tongue your tongue still there for 1 second. So what you saw in actuality was not Mr. Engard, the man... Oh, Engard the man. But Mr. Engard the Nickel Samurai?
But when you think about it,
No.
No, shut the fuck up. Even the crowd's like, what the fuck?
they're really one and the same anyway.
You said
Bitch,
you
it
visually...
fucking matters!
You saw something that you did not. Miss Oldbag, this is a very important point we're talking about. Taking about.
Edgy Poo, do you think so too?
Well, it might be something worth considering. Just say it's important and agree with me for a change! Witness, think carefully and try to remember as much as you can before you testify. He farted?
What?
I thought he growled, he farted.
Next? I didn't even hear him.
Hey, Bob. You good?
He's still past right the he's farting in his sleep.
Sleep farts.
Sleep farts.
Alright, if you insist.
I should be the one on sighing... I should be the one sighing at you.
Not you.
Not you.
Who I saw.
On guard, on guard. Yes, now I remember. The Nickel Samurai. That's right. It was the Nickel Samurai that I saw.
What about the racing jacket?
Right.
Yes, it would have been convenient for him to wear his costume during the murder.
Yo, my boy.
He had to go that post-ceremony stage show right after the crime, you know.
Didn't happen, though.
So he must have worn that Nickel Samurai costume when he was stabbing poor Juan.
Sure, lady.
I knew it. I knew you'd say he was inside that costume.
What? Did you think there could have been someone else inside that costume? Don't be a bad little boy thinking such rude things.
Root? What? But the possibility does exist.
Ah, youngins today. I told you there's no way that anyone else.
How do you know that?
Because I said so. And what I said is the truth.
Get out! At least she's just as delightful a witness as she was a year ago.
Shoot me.
Right? Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Sheesh.
Same.
She's like the one character that I'll never miss. Like, out of all the characters that you can hate, she's one I hate. Because fuck, she's annoying when she's a witness.
It's her and Francisca that I'm just like...
Just because I can get an achievement.
Oh. Be a little more careful with your testimony, please. Not too long ago, you said he was wearing his racing jacket, and now he's not?
Not too long ago. Let me ask you this. When you were itty bitty, what was your grand dream?
Huh?
What did you want to be when you grew up, whippersnapper?
My dream, huh? Well, I, wanted to be...
Judge Wagner.
Hero of the public's court. So what?
See? And look where you are now. You're not Judge Wagner, are you? Are you?
You don't know how judges become judges, do you? Shut the fuck up.
She's like, see? Your opinion...
You're not a judge, you're a lawyer. It's like,
She
yeah.
says, see, your opinion changes over time. Therefore, facts about things that happen can change. Mysteriously.
It's like, judges were originally lawyers, you dumb bitch.
Well, even then, just the way she's trying to phrase that doesn't make sense. She's
Yeah.
acting like, if your opinion can change, then facts can change.
Right.
Facts are not opinions.
What I said earlier. Who put any weight into that, things like that?
The court of law.
I hate you so much.
I hate her way more than I would ever do Francisca, for fuck's sakes.
No, I hate them both. almost equally just because they are so arrogant in how they think of themselves and what they say.
The now is everything. I can't be held responsible for the past.
I can't be held responsible for my actions and words. Since when did court become theatrics over testimonies?
All that matters is that the man inside that costume. Isn't that enough?
Sweet Jesus Christ. There's the achievement. Alright. Fifth statement. So that was second. This is third. Fourth. Fifth. Okay. Present. The knife.
The knife.
The knife.
Please take a look at this.
Yeah, so it's a knife, big deal. If you're trying to scare me with that, I'll have you know I won't work.
It's a fucking butter knife! Yes! No, that's not my intention at all.
I think it's a steak knife, but either way.
It's a
It's a knife.
It's a knife and he's far away, it doesn't matter. That's the knife that was used in the murder, correct? Your Honor, do you know why this piece of evidence is important to this case? You don't even have to ask. It's because the defendant's fingerprints are on it. Is that what you're driving at? That's exactly what I'm driving at. He's way too bassy tonight. That's exactly what I'm driving at. Calm down, Phoenix.
Yep.
What are we driving at? And whose car are we driving? If Mr. On Guard was really in the Nickel Samurai costume at the time of the murder...
The snow is coming up from the top, so it's like splashing me. That's why I keep feeling something wet. Which now makes sense.
I just left my window open. I was like, snow!
It's just the way the panes of glass are. It's like...
Yes, but I also enjoy cold and you don't.
No, I was enjoying it, but it was like wet.
Oh. Then it's possible for his fingerprints to have been left on this knife. Actually, he would have wiped all previous fingerprints on this knife right off. Oh, that's right. The Nickel Samurai wears gloves, doesn't he? He probably... Wow. He probably took his gloves off before he began the stabbing. I know how murderers think. And why would he do something like that? To leave his prints on the murder weapon?
So...
There is no way he would do something like that. However, there is one possibility. And let's hear your possibility. I feel like this is just my brain arguing with itself, because this is very much what's happening in my brain. It's very simple. The defendant went to the victim's room while in costume as the Nickel Samurai. At that time, the defendant held no intent, so it's not premeditated.
Also, why the fuck would you bring the knife with you?
I don't know, man. He was probably just going to relax and talk with the victim about the stage show. How did it turn into a murder with the knife from his room, Edgeworth? Which is why he took his gloves off. But the murder still did take place. It's well known that there was bad blood between the defendant and the victim. Yes. I have heard that before. Well, yes, we were talking about it not long ago. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say about Mr. Edgeworth's theory? Mr. Edgeworth's theory. So let me get this straight. Edgeworth's theory goes like this. When the defendant went to the victim's room, he had no intention of killing him. Now, up to this point, are there any problems with this theory? You brought the fucking knife!
Like, why the fuck would he bring the knife then?
This theory contradicts something in an earlier testimony. What are you babbling about? Now, for argument's sake, let's suppose Mr. On Guard was the killer. If that's the case, I think it's impossible for the killer to have gone to the victim's room without intent.
The knife.
This knife. This was used by Mr. On Guard at dinner. Yes, we did establish that. Which means that if my client was in fact the killer, then he brought this knife with him when he went to visit Mr. Kurida. I suppose. However, you just said it yourself. At this time, the defendant held no intent to murder. If that were true, then why would he bring a knife? He wouldn't, would he? Which means, Mr. Edgeworth, your theory was flawed from, brain. Supposition 1. And one more thing. If the murderer was wearing the costume at the time of the murder, then there should be glove marks left on this knife, on the knife. Which means the defendant's fingerprints shouldn't be all over it like bees on a hive. Fucking brain. And that brings me to my final point. The knife was planted by the real killer to hide their identity and mislead us. Order! Order, I say! Order in the court! Was this knife really planted by the killer? Why would the murderer do such a thing? To frame Matt on guard!
Pretty clear and cut there, bud.
It's to frame my client, Mr. On Guard, of course. Stomach! Stop it! To frame? Aren't you forcing the interpretation just a little too hard on this one? Nope. But we just established that the... I'm like tripping over my fucking tongue! We just established reading everything at once. We just established that the witness saw the Nickel Samurai in costume. And if that were true, then there shouldn't be a single fingerprint on this knife. Grr. Witness!
Looks like I've made your life a tiny bit more difficult, huh, Edgy Poo?
I'm gonna leave again. Witness, did you or did you not really see the Nickel Samurai?
Well, I guess at first I might have forgotten, but...
Are you saying you mixed up Mr. On Guard with the Nickel Samurai, his character on TV?
But I mean, I can't really do anything about that now. Look, I was waiting around the front of their doors because, well, I wasn't waiting around for the Nickel Samurai, that's for sure.
She wasn't waiting for the Nickel Samurai? Alright then. Who were you waiting around for then?
That's top secret to anyone outside of security.
You are in the court of law! I have a feeling that you are waiting for Mr. Juan Corrida. Am I correct, witness? It's no secret.
The way you think, you're a sad amateur with a terrible case of nearsightedness. Bruh.
Please be careful. If that slips, I will be very sad. And it's not even my electronics. Amateur? Me? What am I an amateur of? So Old Bag was waiting around in... You good?
Yeah.
In front of the victim's room. But it doesn't sound like she was waiting to catch a glimpse of Mr. Kurita.
Maybe. Phoenix. Maybe the old bag was waiting around for that person.
If it's who I think Mia's hinting at, it's certainly possible. Miss Oldbag. You were waiting for this person to come out of the victim's room, weren't you?
Burp, burp, burp.
Who is this person? This is Adrian Andrews, Mr. On Guard's manager. But why would the defendant's manager be in the victim's room? It seems that this is the latest rumor in circulation, Your Honor. In circulation, Your Honor? What the fuck was that? It seems this is the fa-fa-ta-fa-ta. I'm sounding like you when you do the fucking...
Robot
Yeah.
voice changer voice, yeah.
Voice changer voice.
Voice changer voice.
Oh, this is... Well, this is... I see. Stop farting, dog!
Full of shit.
Are you good? The judge seems to be really into this, into the article, if it can be called such a thing.
Hope it just doesn't stink.
Yeah.
That'll be very bad for me when I go to bed.
Then, this manager with the initials AA, are you saying it's... Adrian Andrews? Without a doubt, the witness thought so as well.
Looks like you found me out. Well, that's fine. I can throw this whole sworn to confidentiality stuff then.
I hate you so much. Witness, what in the world are you?
Watch out, Phoenix. I've got a bad feeling about this. A very bad feeling.
I've got some information. Some very secret information from a certain source.
I know exactly what that fucking source is.
So that's why I was doing my own little investigation. In secret, of course.
But what for?
Oh, just for myself. Personal reasons and all that.
Get out of my court. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, how will you proceed from here? I really don't want to do this. However, I cannot simply let this point slide. I see. Very well then. Witness, please testify about this secret information.
Get ready. It's going to take the wind out of you youngins.
Oh, boys.
I'm sure we're all capable of handling this, really. The fucking sound.
I know.
It's not like we're 10 years old.
Secret information.
That on guard is one evil, evil man. He thought he could ruin poor Juan by causing a huge scandal. So to do that, he sent his own manager to get in close with Juan. I cannot condone such dirty tricks, so I took action. Oh, and this is top secret. You got that? Nobody else but you and me know yet. Okay?
What?
I call bullshit, but alright.
The defendant sent his manager? What a distasteful topic for this court.
Sure.
Yes.
What? Nobody's above gossip. And isn't there a saying, the truth is never pleasant?
Never heard that one before.
Neither have I.
Mr. Edgeworth, what about this Adrian Andrews person? We have looked into this matter. Matter? What the fuck is going on with my voice? And found that the truth the article proposes is in fact baseless gossip. But should this be true, then this proves that the defendant did bear ill will towards the victim. Well, we already know they didn't like each other, bro. That's fine. So this means I have to smash this rumor once and for all. Now then, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. I'm far too aware of how I sound right now, and I don't like it. Where's my tranquilizer?
Be careful. That old bag seems rather excited right now.
You don't see.
That's right! On guard is nothing but your average foul-blooded youth.
No, I said it correctly.
Yeah, it's
My brain went...
foul.
No, I was right.
Well, as the old saying goes, you've got to burn old bags with fire. Okay. Time to fire up the afterburners and hit the highway to the danger zone. What is with the reference? Okay.
To be fair, I remember... I don't know which case has this. And I don't know if they still have it on the trilogy. But back on the DS version of the game, one of the 3 games, one of the pressing a statement thing. One of the things Phoenix says is, "Excuse me, princess."
Well,
Well, excuse me, princess. I didn't know that. Oh, man. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. Oh no, it's press.
Wait.
What? I'm a busy woman. Tea time with the kids is over.
Secret information that no one else knows yet. If that's true, then how do you know this secret information?
Huh? Well, that's because I'm pro. Yes, that's it.
Bullshit.
It's a secret. Even if you drill a hole in my brain, you'll never find out.
How in the world did that old bag get such a secret piece of information?
Presents.
So no one else is supposed to know this secret information, correct? I almost went into fucking Marshall there. Secret information. If that's true, then why do you know it, Miss Oldbag?
Why are you looking at me like that? Stop that.
My voice. Witness! I hate to say it, but this is how you came to acquire your secret info, isn't it? Why would you hate to say it?
The camera.
The investigative photographer Lotta Hart. Oh yes, I remember that mischievous girl. She reported that she had lost a certain note she had written to herself. She reported such a thing? On that piece of paper, she had written down some of her outrageous impressions about the relationship between the victim and Miss Andrews.
What? Outrageous ideas, you say?
I didn't say outrageous, but alright.
Whatever. No, I said impressions.
Then everything written on this piece of paper is completely meaningless?
Aha, that's it. That's the note.
No! You see, it's something completely different. This is my top secret list of groceries groceries!
Sweet Jesus.
Then you're the one who took Miss Hart's note.
I'm a huge fan of one, that's why.
That does not permit this!
Infamous, puffy-haired whippersnapper. She's working with that evil on guard. She said so yourself. On guard, I'm his psychic. What?
Fuck you!
No!
She was so happy, smelling like a silly duck. I was only checking what she had written.
You're dumb.
You dumb.
Edgy Poo, you believe me, don't you? I was only trying to help out like an angel I am.
Fuck. Angel with the devil horns holding the halo. Fuck.
It's only a little piece of paper. I've never taken anything else before.
You really should come with a supply of cheese to match your vintage wine.
Oh, he's become so sarcastic and I love it. So much puns.
Well, it was only a piece of paper. With information!
Also, she essentially stole the camera because that's where the piece of paper was in.
I suppose we can overlook this just this once. She looks like she's really sorry. It's not about the paper!
Nope, pile the pressure.
If I let up on her now, she'll get away. I have to find some way to inflict a deafening blow to the prosecution. Witness, you said that the only thing you stole was that note. Is this correct?
Stole? Why don't you listen more carefully, you annoying brat? I saved this piece of paper from a terrible, lonely trash can, that's all.
You're lying, damn it! And I can prove it!
Are you putting my credibility under scrutiny again?
Yes. That's exactly
Miss
right.
Holdbag. I don't believe... I don't believe that the note is the only thing you stole that night.
Camera!
Miss... Why do you just keep saying Miss Oldbag? Miss Oldbag! That note was with the camera. Inside its case, wasn't it? Camera? I said yesterday!
Yesterday!
Yesterday, Lotta Hart was raising a huge stink over her camera. I don't know where that fucking yesterday came from. She kept saying something like, my sweetie 1600 camera disappeared on me. Okay. Why, witness, why do you have to keep coming back?
What is it, Gramps?
You're probably the exact same fucking age. Shut the fuck up.
Right? If you have the note, then it's only logical that you have the camera too.
Grr.
Grr.
Looks like you found me out again, Sonny.
But you're innocent.
Is this the camera you're looking for?
I can't be there because you're innocent, right?
Right.
We're just envisioning it. Ah, that's...
What? Even though I look like this, I'm still a person, you know. I still eat meals like you. I fall in love and borrow things from people.
That's not something that people just do!
So what you're telling me is you skillfully acquired the camera without telling... Yep, okay.
I hate her so much. I think your definition of borrow is a little off.
Fuck's sakes.
I saw that woman's business card, and that's when I noticed it said, Slime Bag Celebrity Photographer Extraordinaire. Slime Bag.
Yes, I'm sure she defined herself that way.
Well, when I saw that, I had to know what sort of picture she had taken. I'm a professional security guard. It's my business to know these things.
It's not.
No, it's not.
Bailiff. I love how he's just losing energy, he's just done with her.
I'd be done with her too, honestly.
Check this camera's photos. Hurry. We must examine them at once.
Got a little bit more pep now.
I'm just making jokes about how I'm losing energy, but I can see why. If I was in his shoes, I'd be like, fuck this bitch.
Fuck.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what do we have? There's only one photo that seems to be relevant to this case. I'm sure you'll find another one once we get a little more information. You're like, actually...
It's probably this one too.
Please, present it to the court.
Oh, there's the Nickel Samurai.
This is the Nickel Samurai.
Oh, look. The Hakama is also very bunched up there. Where it should not be bunched up.
See? I told you. That's the guy I saw.
This proves that the witness was not lying earlier about this matter.
This is the Steel Samurai all over again. Lotta's photo added to the court record.
What does all this mean, Mr. Edgeworth? Oh no, yawn! Ah! This photo itself does not prove that... Where is your accent? Fuck! This photo by itself does not prove that the person in it is the defendant. However, thank you. In his own confession, Mr. Strongard clearly stated that at the time of the murder he was still in his Nicholas Samurai costume. If that's the case, then this Nicholas Samurai is... the defendant. What was this?
Yeah, see, it's not him. Fucking.
Oh boy. I think this brings us to the end. We have examined every piece of evidence thoroughly, like we always do.
Are you sure about that, Judge?
Final comments, Mr. Wright? The court will consider them before we close. Do you agree that this photo is decisive evidence against your client?
No.
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 If this photo really is decisive, then we're done for. It's not decisive! But if I raise an objection here and blow it, then I would put Maya's life in jeopardy. I can't make a mistake here. There's only one road out of this mess.
Look at the fucking feet, bro.
Nothing strange at all. No, there's something strange.
There's something strange with this photo. Shut up, Edgeworth. I knew this was coming, right? Your thoughts, Mr. Edgeworth? Your thoughts on his thoughts he has not presented? I think we can all agree there's nothing strange with this photo. There's no... Might as well just fucking cut my tongue out. There's no way for the defense to debunk this photo, even with a bunker buster. The fuck is that? Yes, thank you, Judge. Debunk with a bunker buster? Is that what you're planning to do, Mr. Wright? Anyway, please look at the photo one more time. If you really believe you can honestly find something wrong with this photo, then you should only need one chance, correct? What's with all your one chances this time? Yes, we can do it. Well... I have to find something wrong with this photo. I can't let this chance go by. Where in the heck did she take this photo from anyway? It's all out of focus. Why can't she take a good shot, especially when it counts? Now then, let's hear your objection. Feet!
Feetsies. Feetsies.
I would like to direct the court's attention here to this one area right here. What the fuck just happened? Did I say that too many times?
I don't know.
I can't see right now!
Jeez.
What are you pointing to? His ankles? If you could see this person's ankles, that would be one thing. However, you can't. And? What does this mean? What does that mean? The costume person in this photo could not have been Mr. On Guard. What is the meaning of this? I wonder if you would care to elaborate, with actual facts, that is. I haven't said anything inaccurate! Let's take a look at the Nickel Samurai's poster. Nickel Samurai poster. Nickel Samurai's poster. My inflection is dead. Please play particular.
Please play particular.
Please pay particular attention to the area around the bottom of the hakama. His socks. You can see his socks!
You're correct, sir.
Exactly. However, in this photo, the Nickel Samurai is clearly holding his hakama up just to walk. Because it showed Edgeworth, I almost did him. There's only one explanation for this. The person inside this costume is clearly much shorter than the defendant. The defendant!
The defendant.
Oh my god. I cannot wait to see the psychologist. She'll be like, what is my brain? Alright.
What is my brain? You wish to have proof? Part 12 of Phoenix Wright.
Yeah. I should just... That is exactly what I should do. Just bring one of these and be like, what's happening?
What's happening with my brain I cannot mouth?
I cannot mouth! Alright, I think I've turned things around for myself this time.
That's curious.
Huh? What is it?
Edgeworth is unusually calm today.
That's true.
He's just letting the trial run itself, as if he's only along for the ride.
Along for the ride? What do you mean by that?
I can only guess that perhaps he doesn't feel under attack at all.
He doesn't feel under attack? Then I haven't damaged his case at all? Mr. Edgeworth, where does this leave us? If the person in this photo is not Matt on guard, then everything the prosecution has tried to prove has become meaningless. I figured it would come to this. What? Right. I have something I want to ask you. I think you've proven that the person inside this costume is not Matt on guard. In that case, who is this a photo of? Who is the person wearing the nickel samurai costume?
Don't stress. Don't stress out over this, Phoenix. It's very simple. What you should be focused on is Edgeworth's attitude, don't you think?
Yeah. Why is he so calm? Mr. Wright, let's hear your thoughts. Who is the person in this photograph? I thought you were gonna click gumshoe. I was like, bruh.
No, my brain's like, where the fuck is she?
I was like, did he do something I wasn't expecting? Because
No.
then I would be surprised with Phoenix Wright. Adrian Andrews. If you want to know who... If you want to know who that nickel samurai is, it is none other than this woman. My nose is bleeding.
What? Is it?
I can smell and taste blood.
Do you want me to grab you a tissue?
What the fuck is happening? Oh, it's the fucking nasal spray they gave me.
Oh.
Remember they said it could cause nosebleeds because of the dry air? Fuck's sake.
And of course, we're in the middle of a storm, so it's fucking dry.
Okay. Well, on with the show.
I just see it from there.
And why would fuck my life? Why would you say it must be Miss Andrews? What in the world points you to her? It's like a cartoon mustache.
It's when I have a really bad cold, my nose is clogged and drippy. Right in
It's
there.
not bad yet, but I tasted and smelled it. For starters, she's short. This is a mess and I don't care anymore.
Oh, boys.
And she can freely move in and out of Mr. Onguard's room.
It's gonna be very funny after I edit this.
Finally, she has dinner with Mr. Onguard that night. And how does all that add up? This is just how I sound when I'm sick. It means that it makes it very easy for her to get a certain item. A certain knife with Mr. Onguard's fingerprints all over it. The knife that was used as a murder weapon. Why don't you just say what... It's so funny trying to do Edgeworth being all like, whatever.
Oh.
Or?
Oh, Mom.
Go on up.
Hi, buddy.
Hi, my boy. Hello. Yeah, I'll move that for you. Oh,
Next.
come here, my boy. Oh. Grumble, grumble, grumble.
You can probably move the pillow.
There you go. Pillow poof. How you doing?
Hi, bub.
What's going on? Hello.
Mwah.
Says, I think my dad's gone crazy.
Yes, your dad's gone crazy.
Hey, I can't smell his breath now. Yay!
No. Look at that cute face.
He does
Isn't
not
it?
care about anything in life. Ah, my boy.
No.
No.
I have to do this now. This is my last chance to turn things around. The defense moves to indict Miss Adrian Andrews in the murder of Juan Corrida. You're still too bassy.
Well, your nose is plugged right now.
That's fair. It was Miss Andrews who tried to frame the defendant for the crime. I don't know, man. Today went weird.
Yep.
Order, order, order! It looks like this trial has hit a most unexpected development. As it always does. Mr.
Yep.
Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor? This court is issuing a subpoena. Yes. I was like, I know this word. Subpoena.
I was like, I had an idea your brain was gonna go, you know this word, but you don't know this word. I'm just gonna say
I
it.
have seen this one before. I'm okay.
Subpoena.
For Miss Adrian Andrews. A verdict cannot be passed without first hearing her testimony. Alright. This is it.
This is kind of bad for us.
Huh? What do you mean?
If Adrian Andrews is summoned to court as a witness, it means the trial will go on for another day.
Thick. One more day.
We don't have a day, we don't have a day.
If I don't get a verdict today, then Maya... Now then, we shall set Miss Andrews' testimony for tomorrow. What am I supposed to do? The judge is about to adjourn the court.
No!
Fucking objection!
I say no!
Now then. Please, Your Honor, continue the trial. You must pass a verdict today.
No, I don't.
I can't do that. We cannot hear... Ooh.
Hold it? Oh, Edgeworth, okay.
I abhor wasting such valuable time.
Thank you, Edgeworth!
Edgeworth?
I think Edgeworth might ask some questions, I feel.
Ah, my new theme song. Your Honor, I request that you please continue with today's trial. But... we cannot continue due to this unexpected development. Unexpected development? I think you underestimate me, Your Honor. And what do you mean by that? That Mr. Phoenix Wright would slave his way to... brain. Slave his way to subpoenaing a...
Subpoenaing.
I almost said an Adrian Andrews.
Oh dear.
Miss Adrian Andrews as well.
Is
all. I hate my brain.
We're almost done.
Oh yeah, trust me. Energy started here. It's in the basement.
Way in the basement.
Happening according to plan, even if Wright was a bit slow to catch on. Oh, I'm all about the slow today, Edgeworth.
What? What?
You sound like Polly.
What?
What is the meaning of your statement, Mr. Edgeworth? Clarify. Miss Adrian Andrews is currently waiting in the prosecution's lobby. She is the next witness. Everything. Everything was planned out in advance by that man.
Somehow I knew there was no way Edgeworth would overlook Miss Andrew. Looks like this battle is far from over.
Exactly. Very well. We will call the next witness. However, before we proceed, we shall take a 10-minute recess. Please prepare your witness in that time, Mr. Edgeworth. The court will now take a 10-minute recess.
To be continued.
Oh my god.
Tomorrow.
That was the dumbest thing we've ever done. Sleep deprived, no medication, and a nosebleed.
All sorts of fucked up. Alright, well thank you everyone who's been watching the stream tonight.
Jesus Christ.
If you enjoyed the stream...
Why am I still doing the judge?
I don't know. If you enjoyed the stream, you can always follow me on Twitch so you know the next time my new stream pops up. If not, you can always check out the older videos I've done in the past.
Possible. Why are you picking up an accent?
I don't know, man. It's been a time. If you want to see other videos I've done in the past, there is a link down below for the YouTube channel if you wish to see those, including previous sessions of Phoenix Wright and other videos such as the first Phoenix Wright game, Resident Evil, etc., so on and so forth.
Until we may have to go back to Yakuza tomorrow, or until my medications kick in again.
We'll see tomorrow, I guess.
Because, good lord. Oh my god.
And for everyone on YouTube, you'll see this later on. If you want to see the videos live, you can always pop on over to the Twitch channel. Link is in the description of every one of my videos. If not, you can always subscribe to the YouTube channel so you know the next time a new video pops up. Thank you everyone who's been watching tonight, and we'll see you all next time.
Bye, guys.
I'm sorry for everything, but it was
It was fucking funny.
I don't even have a sign off today, just wee!
Bye.